Thing is I've got so many fond memories about this thing I can't even begin to tell you. There's three different sizes that I have used primarily. You can see all my Rapalas there in the top. But I started out, some of the first bass I ever caught my entire life was on a little bitty Rapala, the one that's about half this size here, wading creeks. I'll never forget, I caught a 4-pound bass down this little bitty tiny creek down at the bottom of the hill from my mom and dad's house on a little Rapala minnow. I remember when I was probably 13 years old or so, I remember throwing that little Rapala out in like a deep pool in this creek, and I twitched it a couple times and this fish come up and grabbed it off the surface. It was a 4-pounder, and I'll never forget that as long as I live. But that Rapala, it was the mainstay for me when I first started fishing. But what happened is I started utilizing it later in my tournament career, and I had several really good tournaments on it. There was the 1988 Bassmaster Invitational at Lake Guntersville. I finished 7th place in that tournament. It was 87 or 88. But anyway, I finished 7th place in that tournament, and I should have won that tournament big time. Every fish I caught was on a Rapala minnow in that tournament. Rick Clun, I think, won the tournament, but I lost a 7-pounder and a 5-pounder on it. And then I've used it down in Florida. I've used it in a lot of different situations. When they won't bite anything else when they bite this thing. Now, first of all, this is a subtle balsa minnow. It floats up really fast. Also, guys, I'll link it in my Tackle Warehouse link if you guys like to pick one up there. Black and silver is the only color you need. They make a bunch of different colors, but this is the only color you need, black and silver. But anyway, let me explain to you guys where you want to fish it and how you want to fish it. As far as in the modern day era, something you can actually practically do right now. There's two different scenarios where this Rapala is going to work good. The first scenario is if you have shallow vegetation. And now this shallow vegetation can be anywhere. I have caught them all over Florida. I've caught them in the Potomac River on it. I've caught them in the Pascagoula River on it. Anywhere that you have water visibility of, say, at least 2.5 feet. I prefer water visibility around 3 feet for this is perfect. Shallow grass, where you've got these quiet areas where the grass is shallow and the water's shallow. Say, for example, the water is 2 to 3 foot deep, and you may have some grass growing up off the bottom, something like that, or maybe little openings in the grass. If you have a calm day where there's not much wind at all, and you have grass like that, and you have water temperature anything over 60 degrees, take that little Rapala out there, throw it out there, let it hit the water, let it set there, until the ripples dissipate, and then just twitch it a couple times like that and make it just go underwater.